Hi guys, I'm guessing you want to know about custom intent and affinity audiences, how it's affecting the Google Ads. I am Vivek from SocialBeat. You're watching Digital Bytes. Google launched the custom intent and affinity with the version 2.0 on last year. So in custom intent and affinity audiences, we can explore our audiences more than our current audiences. We can build a custom instances based on the Google search terms and in-market keywords, and custom affinity based on apps, places, interests and URL. So we are looking about how to create the custom intent audiences and affinity audiences. First we go to the audience manager and then we click the custom audience manager and then click custom intent or affinity and we create the audiences. So we are looking into custom intent audiences. So custom intent audiences is based out on your search terms and in-market keywords. In search terms, you can use your what are the search terms in your campaign past history. You can use it that search terms and then use the same keywords. And in-market keywords like whatever the keywords in market for as per the business sector, you can use those keywords. Custom affinity audiences. Custom affinity audiences advertiser can build based out on their brands, based out on their interest, based out on the particular places and URLs. So in URLs, so competitor URLs we can use to URL campaign, and some luxury things like luxury watches URLs we can use as audiences who have affinity in that URLs. We can build that audiences, and luxury hotels who are booking hotels, luxury hotels, we can use that audiences also for affinity audiences. And places, so if you want out certain places who are visiting interest in certain places, like someone interested in Taj Mahal, so we can create the audiences based out on who have interest in Taj Mahal thing. And interest is, we already discussed the interest is based out on the keywords or competitor brand names. And apps, someone who have using a mobile banking app or news readers app, so based on their interest is also we can create the affinity audiences. And the best practices based out on our campaigns, custom intent and affinity. So we exploring very audiences broad, so we can go ahead with a broad audiences with a narrow segments with a mix of custom intent plus placements, custom affinity plus placements. It's important to create a custom intent and affinity audiences. It's a game constant optimization. When you build a custom intent or affinity audience, you can't able to edit it. So based on your past performance, you can improve your audiences in new campaign. So when you are creating the audiences, we can play with the different optional things. So based out on your researching things, based out on your interests, and based out on your using WhatsApp app in your mobile phone. The goal is you are reaching your audiences with a very broad thing. So we want to target who have your audiences very similar to your competitor also. So we are recommending a competitor oriented approach. You can use your competitor brand keywords, you can use your competitor URLs, and then you can use certain apps. What are the apps most of your customer profiling will be handling right now? Custom intent audiences, Google be recommending minimum 10 to 15 keywords to in your campaign. So it will be showing your audience segment also in the campaign dashboard. And custom affinity is also similarly, it will be based out on your approaches. So you want to taking about some certain places, you can take it from the certain places, and also how much audience is available, it will be showing on your dashboard. Cost of thing in custom intent and affinity, it will be reducing your cost per conversion at increasing your conversion rate and also in your click-through rate. Of course, you want to keep your targeting in custom intent and affinity audiences. Targeting in your campaign, you can start with a broad and then you can narrow down based on your performance. And the third-party audiences, you don't know about it's a real audiences, whatever they're interesting or not. But your custom intent and affinity audiences, definitely it will be so relevant to your audiences. You can get the better results. Thanks for watching a Digital Byte video. Subscribe SocialBeat channel for your digital updates.
Hey guys!
We're the team behind Digital Bytes.
We hope you find these videos informative.
If you have any suggestions or if you would like us to cover any topic,
Please comment below. And don't forget to hit subscribe.
Thank you.